Freak, thanks to you and your family very much for taking the time to meet with me.
Like the sun that shines over the great state of California, we have been a banner of excellence in college basketball. Our ideologies are rooted in the core of what comprises the DNA of who we are at UC.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Like I said, what are you doing? Anyways, where is Freak?
Now, CC, you know your brother.
Next year, I will be attending the University of Louisville.
My boy.
Good choice, son.
Is where I will be playing basketball next year. This
Frequency vibration.
Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Georgetown Hoyas facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
A look at the Hoyas starting group. Warren is out there with Hudson. Then there's Price. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the 2 spot.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set. Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. A title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure.
Louisville on D. Price, right side. Now here's Trice, guarded closer. Off the pick. Shot misses, and it's Louisville the other way. Freak kicks to Sanders. He dishes it to Freak. Harrell setting the pick for Freak to the paint. Harrell got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Now here's Trice. White covering. Price against White. Price dishes to Hudson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And here are the Cardinals. Here's Freak. Pass to Sanders. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Sanders has got his first points in this one. Peyton, he's checked in for the Cardinals. Rozier comes in for Sanders. Cardinals on D. Now here's Harkless. There's a good screen. Now the feed to Hudson. Out of bounds. Louisville takes possession. Joseph, he's checked in for the Hoyas. So it's Louisville now. Rozier the pass to Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harkless with it. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years. Most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Freak in at shooting guard. Thomas is out there with Peyton, and it's Rozier in at the 1.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, we've got Hodges, and it's Felix in at the 3. Here's Harkless following the basket by Freak. Can they get it? That one's good, and the Cardinal lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Harkless. And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had.
Out of bounds, Georgetown takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake.
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Freak, he's in at the point. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Georgetown, Hudson is out there with Warren. And it's Trice. Then there's Price. And it's Randolph in at the shooting guard. Now here's Price. Good.
And guys, over the years, Louisville has had a reputation of being a high-flying offense. You know they'll play at a high tempo and create a lot of chances. It's just what has worked for the program for so long.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Greg, you said it moments ago, Louisville, a team that can get up and down the floor with great ease on both ends. They like to be Clark the aggressor in every situation.
Well, Kevin, you're right. They've always been able to recruit tremendous talent, not only skilled but athletic players too. And it's hard to think of a Louisville team that doesn't get up and down to it. Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Trice kicks to Price. To the right side. Right side, Randolph. And it's Freak with the rebound.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
The Cardinals shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Dominique Sanders.
And that one misses.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, so many great...
Georgetown trails by 7. Freak in a 2-guard. Early out there with White. Then there's Price, and it's Mack in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And a wide open look for Freak. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more Greg recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing was just a dominant force. And then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. And it's amazing. All of these guys we just named were picked in the top 7 of the NBA draft. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in his game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
So for the Cardinals, Harrell, he's checked in for Early, and it's Russell in for Price. Now here's Trice, White covering, and stolen by Harrell. Freak dishes to Russell, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Taking 2 shots.
And so Russell hits them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Now here's Freak. Randolph grabs the board.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
And the Cardinals making a change here. Sanders is checked in. Trice passes to Warren to the left side wing. Trice kicks to Warren. Baseline try. It's rebounded by Louisville.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way. And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special. And he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
For three, Price. And that one's good.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
And here's Freak. From deep. Off target with that shot. So we see the Cardinals get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Louisville and the Texas Longhorns.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Here are the starters for Louisville. Freak in at point guard. Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
Here is Edwards. There's the screen. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Read the defense perfectly on that possession.
Cardinals on D. 4-point game. He dishes it to Turner. Now here's Doherty. Here's Edwards. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Longhorns ball as Texas keeps possession. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Rebound by Harrell.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Now here's Freak. Edwards defending. Freak dishes to Harrell. Ford with the steal.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
To the inside. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got his first bucket of the night.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Freak kicks to Mack. Lets it fly from 18. The shot, no good. On Texas the other way now. And even 3-on-3 break. Sanders with the steal. Now the Cardinals moving it up. And Harrell slams it in.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
So both teams making some changes here. Richmond outside. Here's Hudson. And that one is stuffed right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
There's the pick. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The Cardinals shooting their first free throws of this one. Free throw good. Freak. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Pass to Hudson. Richmond outside. Rush the pass to Blair. Richmond outside. Now Rush. Clock at 6. And there's the feed to Blair. The three. Rush's shot is off. Louisville trails by 4.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
They've got Turner. Hudson is out there with Richmond, and it's Rush in at the small forward position. Longhorns leading by 4. On the court for Louisville. Freak in at shooting guard. Payton is out there with Thomas. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. And we've seen Durant go on to do great things in the NBA, but he had that. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Sticking too much. Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
And for Texas, they've got Edwards. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forwards position. On the court for Louisville, Freak, he's in at the point. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the 5 down low. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. There's a good screen. Inside, Harrell. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Harrell's got the game tied up here for the Cardinals. And stolen by Freak. Dishes it to Mack. Pass to White. Freak with it. Passes to Mack for the lead, and he gets it to go. And now it's a 3-point Louisville lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Edwards passes to Ford. Here's Turner. No good again that time. Cardinals leading by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Edwards with it. Out defended by Freak. And here's Edwards. And Turner kicks to Ellis. Here's Edwards. And that one hits back iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Freak kicks to Sanders. Out of bounds. Texas will take possession.
You better listen there.
And it's a completely new group for Texas. Texas trails by 5. Here's Thornton. There's the dish to Rush. Hudson kicks to Blair. Feeds to Hudson. Longhorns passing it around. Thornton passes to Davis. Now Rush. Got a piece of it. Thomas with the steal. Davis is out there with Hudson. And it's Thornton in at the shooting guard. Hughes kicks to Thomas. There's the pass to Freak. Thomas, a screen on Thornton. Here's Freak. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And Louisville leads by 7.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here are the Cardinals. They picked up 11 straight from past the arc. And it's Ford with the rebound. Clark, no room for error.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Out of bounds as Texas keeps possession. There's 39 seconds left here in the second half.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
.24 seconds left to play here in the second half. Nails it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Edwards with it. There's the screen to the middle. It's intercepted. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. So we see the Cardinals get the win here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish.